Hello and welcome back to Song Surveys on Sofas with Superheroes, the sub-series. So last week we did a new one, so this week we're going to do an old school one, and it's crazy how few old ones I have to choose from now. Like, my list was so long and now it's just like super short. But I am so pumped about this song. It's just so good. And this band, like, overall was really great. And so I am genuinely sad that they never took off. So the song is Lights Out by Letter Kills. And this song just has so many good subtleties in it. And I feel like, especially for the chorus, I'm not going to do it justice, but it just really listen to this song because it is just so good. So anyway, starts with like a 4 hits of a cymbal-ish. And then you get this like really punk rock sounding Lights Out. And so I say punk rock sounding because it's kind of screamed, but it's also kind of not like heavy metal scream. So you get this like definite punk rock feel. So that's what I'm calling that, like a scream, but not like a heavy metal scream. So, so that's what I mean when I say punk rock in this song. And then that comes in. So when you get the lights out, it comes in with a more full music, and you get a few seconds, and then you get this like laugh, and it's so good. It's just such a small touch, and it just, again, like one of those random things that I have referenced maybe more than I should, but yeah, you just get like that. It's so good. So good. Okay, so then the music drops and changes when the first verse, or the lyrics when the first verse comes in a few seconds after that laugh. And so I really love the lines, "I never thought you'd be like this. You'd rather take a chance on a chance than miss." And so I just like love how the person's basically saying that the singer is basically saying that this person has become very picky with what chances they're willing to take, and it has to be a chance that actually like could happen, as opposed to just saying, well, this is what we're doing, and whether it fails or not, like, that's okay. So I do kind of think that that's an interesting concept, and I really do like how that line was said, and I think that it's the repetition of chance is pretty good right there, so I do like that. Then there's a sudden shift in music for the pre-chorus. So there wasn't really a distinct line of chorus and pre-chorus for this one, and I think I definitely did not do a good job. So anyway, the pre-chorus is only 3 lines, and then the chorus is like 7 or 8 lines. So when you listen to the song, you might be like, the pre-chorus is a little bit longer or shorter, or there is no pre-chorus, it's just all massive chorus. Anyway, that's how I did it, so that's how I'm going to talk about it. So there's a sudden shift in music, and you get this like pre-chorus. And the best part of the first pre-chorus is what happens after the first line. So the last word in the first line is truth. And then you get this, like, again, almost like heavy metal, but not really. So it's like this like punkish sound, like whoa sound. And it is just so great. I love it. It's so fantastic. It just, again, this subtle little touch that makes the song so good. So I really, really like that. And then I also love the second line of the pre-chorus, which is, "The words we say will remain in you." And so I really, first of all, love the choice of in versus with, not just with you, but in you, right? So it's like actually like inside and part of you, not just kind of like next to you or near you. It is in you. So I like that. But I also just love it because personally, like, lyrics are important to me. I like revisiting them. I like thinking about them. And again, I definitely feel like over the years, lyrics have stuck with me. I mean, obviously that's what created this whole thing to begin with, so that's definitely true for sure. But then also, just if you're not thinking about lyrics, I think that it is very true that sometimes words, whether they be harsh or kind, tend to remain in you and kind of shape you and make you who you are, and kind of could maybe steer your life in one direction versus another. And, as a not popular middle schooler and high schooler, I definitely have had my fair share of those sorts of moments. So I just like that line in general. And again, I do love the choice of in versus with. And I definitely think that's super applicable, especially considering this series. So yeah. Anyway, so then there's like this like quick little like less than 2 second build of music, which leads to the third line and a music change to that third line of the pre-chorus. And this time the words are held a little bit longer and you get like more of a singing feel to it. And so I really love that. And again, this is like where this pre-chorus chorus thing comes in. But so the variation in this, it brings like, because this line is now sang and these words are held, it's like a whole new element to the song. And so I really love that. And again, it keeps me super interested. And, you know, you get these like parts that are a whole, but then they seem very like parts because they're different and they're saying differently and there's just different aspects to all of them. So I really like that. And definitely, again, really just love the different sounds and the subtleties in the song overall, especially the chorus. So there's another shift in music as it goes right into the chorus. And again, like I said, it's like you get this whole chunk of like 10 lines that there is not a lot of space between each line musically. So it sounds like one cohesive piece, but then it's all broken up by sounds or different types of singing or different instruments in the background and stuff. So I really love that. And I think it was a really smart choice overall. Okay, so in the chorus, you get this, hey, hey, in the background, and it's sung after the third line, and then what I'm calling the third line of the chorus, and then the seventh line of the chorus. So I love that. I think it's a really good choice, especially because the first line of the chorus is repeated as the seventh line in the chorus. And so, although I'm not a fan of the repetition part of that, I do like that they added the hey, hey, because again, it makes it sound a little bit different. So yeah, and so that line is, don't wait for tomorrow, raise your voice tonight. And I love the message of that. I think it's an awesome message, but for some reason, just hearing it at the beginning and then again towards the end, not a huge fan of, but with that hey, hey, it definitely makes it sound different. So I definitely appreciate that they purposely put that there. I thought that was a good choice as well. Anyway, so my favorite lines in what I'm considering the chorus are, 'cause when it falls, a voice will ring so loud. And so I love the way that the music slows for the words between so and loud. Again, that's one of those like subtle differences. And I think, again, overall, the music really complements the lyrics. But I especially love that so loud. You get that like little pause in between. But I also just like the words. Like, so when everything is like down and seems like it's going to like be over and done, a voice will ring so loud. And so I like that image and I like that concept of like, even when think you're down and out, there will be someone. And I like that it's a voice. It's not your voice, it's not my voice, it's not their voice, it's just a voice. And so that definitely leaves some room, like a super amount of room for interpretation. What voice? Is it the voice of triumph? Is it like the side that you wanted to be? Is it the side that you were against? Is it the side? I really like that line. And again, I think it leaves a lot of room for interpretation. So I really like that. So once like the singing part of the chorus ends, you get this screamed lights out, and then you get this like few seconds of guitar and drums, and then you get another lights out with more music, and then the music drops and you get this, which I love. It's so great. Oh, it's just, again, a subtle little thing. So I really like that lights out part. And I think it was really good. And again, the music changes, you get lights out, changes again, you get another lights out. And so I even like that change within it. It's not the same thing. So then the music comes back. So once the music drops and you get this, right? And then the music comes back for the second verse. And I absolutely love the way these lyrics are presented. I think they made fantastic choices, and this is again where these subtle little differences definitely come in, and it is just so fantastic. Really, really great choices. So the last word of the first line is held and partially repeated. So I love that right off the bat. Immediately draws my attention to the second verse. Then you get quick words and it becomes this incomplete sentence, and I love that, and I think it's fantastic. And you, again, have so much room to play around with what could possibly be happening. So the line is, 'cause when it comes, it's gonna come just like a, and then like the next line is totally unrelated. So I love that. I think it was fantastic. And then again, so you get this next line and it's saying like the other lines have been sung so far. And then it's like, boom, you get these like quickly spoken words after that. And it's just so fantastic. So yeah, so the words are, "You never said you would, I know, but I'm begging you this time, please." And so the please is screamed, which is like the perfect way to end these lines. I think it is just so, so fantastic. Yeah, so I really, really love that. And then just on top of that, in general, I think the words are really fantastic. I like the order of them, and I like that it didn't say I know first. It started with, "You never said you would, I know, but I'm begging you." So I'm really glad that they did that. I think it makes it sound like more desperate and just like he's like begging and pleading, more so than saying, "I know that you never did. I really like you never said that. I know." But so I think that definitely makes it more desperate. He makes the singer sound like he's like really begging. And so I really like that. I thought that was a really good choice. And so then the pre-chorus starts, and the first line in the pre-chorus is sang differently from the first time that you heard it the first time. So I really like that. I like that that was a subtle change. And they also don't have the whoa, whoa, whoa sound at the end of that first line. And as much as I love that sound, I am genuinely glad that they did not put that again. I think it makes the first pre-chorus that much more special, and that sound that much more special and unique. And I think if they had done it twice, it may have taken away from that. And again, this song is great for all those subtle little details. So as much as I loved that sound in the first pre-chorus, I am genuinely glad that they did not put it in the second one. And so, yeah, so I do like that. And then pretty much other than that, it's the pre-chorus and the chorus is pretty much the same. The only difference is at the end of the chorus, there is no lights out part because it goes straight into the bridge, which, again, I want to say starts with a punk rock sounding Get Down. Although it could also be guitar, because then we go into this like crazy different sounding guitar. I'm pretty sure it's Get Down, but again, it could be guitar. If you know, please comment. I would love to know. Yeah, so this guitar is played throughout, and throughout the bridge there are other phrases. So the phrases are, "That's right," "Go crazy," "Whoa," and then as the bridge is ending, you get this like other whoa, but it kind of gets like drawn out and also builds with the music as it's building. So I really like that. And then it takes you back into the chorus. And so for this chorus, they again kind of keep pretty much everything the same. But you get this difference in the way that your voice tonight is sang. And I love it. Tonight is held, and it's just like more urgent sounding. And so I really, really like the way that they did that. I thought that was a really, really good idea and really works. And again, subtle changes, love it. So nothing else was different. They do one lights out at the end of that chorus, so they bring that back. And but when they're doing that, it's a little bit simpler, the music. And then you get just like a few seconds of music, and then you get this line that says, I hope you're ready for this. A few more seconds of music, and it starts to kind of break down. And again, you have that simpler music for the lights out part, and then you kind of continued with that simpler music. I hope you're ready for this. Again, still with the music. You got a few more seconds with like the music breaking down, and you got one last at the end, and it's so fantastic, and I love it. It's a great way to end the song, especially with all those little subtle pieces and all those little subtle parts. So yeah, love this song. Love this band. Totally wish this song, I mean, this song could have totally blown up, and other songs in their album were equally as good. So yeah, let me know what you think. Have you heard them before? Is this your first time checking them out? Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.